He thought he was invisible, but one silent witness already saw everything, and one secret could destroy his life forever. This is the story of Daniel. Daniel sat alone, staring at his laptop, the weight of unspoken truths pressing heavily on his mind. Outside, Lagos shimmered under city lights, life continuing oblivious to the storm brewing within one man. He typed, erased, and hesitated, each keystroke carrying more fear than the last. The office hallway stretched endlessly, dim and quiet, shadows reminding him of secrets best left untouched. Daniel froze at the conference door, his heart racing as uncertainty clawed at his chest. Executives exchanged silent glances, tension hung thick, every movement a calculated measure of power and fear. Sweat beaded on Daniel's forehead, his thoughts spiraled, trapped between truth and potential disaster. He walked slowly down the dim corridor, shadows stretching behind, each step echoing doubt. Alone in his bedroom, he stared at the ceiling, the city's hum a distant reminder of isolation. Morning brought light to the bustling streets, a stark contrast to the darkness he felt inside. The audit team arrived with files in hand, faces serious, the weight of investigation palpable in the room. Daniel noticed whispers as he walked past, suspicion burning in the eyes of colleagues. Every glance felt like accusation, their silent judgment pressing heavier than any words. Financial records glowed on his screen, evidence of mistakes he didn't commit, guilt misassigned. His hands trembled on the keyboard, every keystroke a battle with fear and uncertainty. He sat alone, isolated in a crowded office, shadows deepening the ache of solitude. Conversation stopped as he entered, silence amplifying the pressure, the room tense with unspoken questions. Confusion clouded his face, his mind searching for answers in a maze of deceit. Daniel's reflection stared back at him through the window, blurred city lights mirroring his uncertainty. Alone, the office felt cold and empty, shadows stretching like the doubts inside him. The interrogation began. Daniel faced executives with hearts as cold as the fluorescent lights above. Mr. Bellows' finger pointed sharply, authority and accusation radiating from every stern gesture. Daniel struggled for words, anxiety gripping him, thoughts scattered like leaves in a storm. Printed evidence lay on the table, every sheet a nail in his growing fear. Karen leaned forward, her gaze sharp, every word unspoken cutting deeper than spoken ones. Daniel felt smaller, isolated in the room, their focus piercing through his defenses. Fear gripped his eyes, he hesitated, knowing one wrong move could end everything. He lowered his gaze, defeated, the weight of injustice pressing hard against his chest. The room seemed frozen, tension thick enough to touch, heavy shadows swallowing hope. Daniel's eyes were hollow, realization slowly settled in, leaving him numb and unsure. Termination letter in hand, he watched coworkers avert their gaze, silence echoing like condemnation. Packing up his desk, each item felt like a piece of his life slipping away. Walking out of the building, long shadows stretched behind him, city lights mocking his despair. In the crowded street, he felt invisible, lost among the movement, burdened by rejection. Missed calls and unanswered messages reflected the world moving on without him. On his bed, head in hands, the weight of failure almost unbearable. A rejection email glowed from the laptop, each word slicing through his fragile confidence. His mother's concerned gaze met his, but he avoided it, lost in his own turmoil. She wanted to comfort him, but he only felt the emptiness deepening. Alone, he broke, tears blending with silent regret, the night swallowing his despair. By the window, city lights blurred, Daniel sat silently, lost in memories and unspoken fears. Flashbacks of the conference room haunted him, echoing voices of accusation and distrust. Clenching his fists, frustration erupted silently, the struggle within leaving him raw. His tired reflection stared back from the mirror, a stranger shaped by regret and doubt. The empty room emphasized his solitude, shadows dancing like ghosts of what he lost. On the couch, darkness wrapped around him, the world outside distant and indifferent. An empty wallet lay on the table, symbolizing failure and lost opportunities. Staring at the wall, Daniel felt trapped, a prisoner of circumstances not of his making. Hollow eyes reflected emotional fatigue, every worry etched deep into his face. In the bleak room, he felt small, shadows swallowing his presence, hope seeming distant. Avoiding his reflection, he searched for strength within, questioning his path and choices. Rain fell against the window, he watched silently, emotions mirrored in droplets sliding down glass. Holding his head, tension radiated from every pore, the storm within overwhelming. Zooming out, he seemed small in the vast room, dwarfed by circumstance. Closing his eyes, realization sparked, a faint glimmer cutting through despair. Sitting upright, a spark of determination returned, subtle but growing. The dark phone lay beside him, dormant yet full of potential messages. Eyes fixed on the screen, anticipation mingled with cautious hope. The phone lit up, casting warm glow, shadows dancing across his tense face. A message appeared, hope flickering in his eyes, possibilities opening after endless doubt. The phone glowed, a single line of text bringing both fear and curiosity. Alert and cautious, Daniel leaned forward, sensing a chance for clarity. The conversation unfolded on the screen, each word carrying weight and suspense. Ada appeared, calm yet determined, her presence a new anchor in the chaos. Split between spaces, their connection bridged by urgency, trust slowly forming. Ada's determined gaze spoke of plans, courage, and unwavering focus. Daniel listened intently, every detail vital, every pause meaningful. In the cafe, soft light surrounded them as words and glances carried significance. Hands met on the table briefly, tension and understanding intertwined in silence. Together, they reviewed documents, eyes scanning for truths hidden beneath layers of lies. The computer screen displayed detailed transaction logs, secrets waiting to be unveiled. Night work continued, papers scattered, both absorbed in uncovering hidden corruption. Daniel's expression hardened, strength returning as clarity replaced despair. Walking together under city lights, a sense of purpose united them. Low-angle view, both figures strong and determined, ready to face the storm ahead. Stacks of evidence lay before them, each page a step toward justice. Handing files to the investigator, hope mingled with fear, anticipation thick in the air. Close scrutiny of documents revealed cracks and lies, eyes widening with realization. Waiting anxiously, Daniel felt time stretch, each second heavy with consequence. Clasping hands tightly, tension coiled in every muscle, readiness shining through uncertainty. Ada paced nervously, mind racing with possibilities, each step echoing anxiety. The investigator delivered updates, voice calm yet firm, tension rippling through the room. Executives confronted with evidence, shock and disbelief painting every face. Mr. Bello sweated under pressure, authority crumbling in real time. Karen's defenses rose, eyes darting, her confidence shaken but not gone. Authorities arrived, calm control in the chaos, justice moving forward. Daniel watched quietly, emotions mixed, relief tempered by lingering doubt. Reporters outside captured every detail, flashes of cameras illuminating the night. Official statements were read aloud, words heavy with resolution, accountability enforced. Daniel stood calm yet thoughtful, reflection marking his journey from despair to strength. A new office, warm sunlight streaming in, a fresh start symbolizing renewed purpose. Daniel worked calmly, focus restored, each action deliberate and confident. Sunlight poured through windows, casting hope across the room, shadows softening. Thoughtful expression lingered, understanding gained through struggle, growth etched in features. Speaking confidently to colleagues, a newfound clarity infused his voice and posture. Walking through daylight streets, each step carried assurance and peace. Determined eyes glimmered, reflecting lessons learned and strength gained. A subtle smile touched his lips, a quiet acknowledgement of survival and resilience. Sunset bathed the city in golden light, reflection and gratitude filled his heart. Fade-out scene, quiet darkness, the journey complete, hope lingering softly in the silence.